What's going on, everybody? It's Civil here. If you want to learn how to shoot gaps just like that and get huge hit-stick fumbles in Weekend League or Regs or your CFM or whatever it might be, stay tuned for the rest of the video. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to go about doing that. If you want to take your Madden game to the next level, make sure you check out my offensive and defensive ebooks over on acemadden.com. Links will be in the description below. Before we get into it though, guys, we always got to start with the question of the day. I want to know today if you could have a signed football from your favorite player, a signed game-used football from your favorite player, or a signed jersey from your favorite player, which would you choose and why? Because we're off the bat, I think this might be an obvious one. I'm not totally sure though, so make sure you guys go in the comment section right now and let me know which one you would choose. And also, while you're down there, hit the like button for this defense and hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 2,000. If you want to see this defense live, make sure you guys check me out tonight, Thursday, 10:30 Eastern on my Twitch channel. The link will be in the description below. And with that being said, let's jump into it. So I'm in the 3-4 overhead defense, a defense that's widely not very used in the competitive scene, to be totally honest with you. I've been using it all year, and I love it against certain things, and I do hate it against certain things as well. I love it against single back sets. Anything with, you know, single back wing tight, single back wing pair, single back ace close, anything like this, I absolutely love overhead against because I'm able to shoot the gap super well and play some very good coverage defense. And as you guys saw in that first clip, we were able to shoot the gap very easy. It's meant for under center formations. Okay, this is meant for under center formation where they want to run the ball. Now it's good against I form close and some of the other I forms, but the heavier I forms, I form tight, it's not great against. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. All right, so the play we come out in is going to be safety blitz. Now I'm in the Baltimore Ravens defensive playbook. That's important to note. Don't ask me in the comments. I told you right here. Safety blitz, but we have cover 4 quarters in our audibles, and this is important, so make sure you put cover 4 quarters in your audibles, and you can use this concept in some other stuff as well, in some other formations. I just prefer 3-4 overhead. Alright, so going into safety blitz right here, and out of wing tight, this is a very popular formation, as you guys have seen. A lot of people will run this, and going against halfback dive. Okay, so you see we're in the safety blitz, so our safeties are actually going to come down to the box. That's why we're coming out in this, and all we're going to do is audible to cover 4 quarters. So you see how they're still now in the box. And then the only adjustments left from here is to crash up, so hitting the left stick or the left bumper over, crash slanting up, containing. So now we're looking like this, and we're going to shade our defense down so we look like this. Now you can make some other individual adjustments if they start hitting you with certain kind of pass plays. It's up to you, but this is the base defense. And notice we want our auto flip off for this defense, okay? And if we have a right-handed quarterback, we don't want to do anything except come out in the play. If they have a left-handed quarterback, we want to flip the play before we come out in it. So flip double safety blitz. Okay, Tom Brady's right-handed, so no need to. And all we're going to do is, I want to show you at first what happens if I just sit up here and I immediately start to run down. So let's say, you know, I sit right up here and I snap and I run down. You see how I get blocked by that center? Okay, that's super important. Notice how the center picked me up right there. So when I'm standing right here, I am the center's responsibility. But if I stand over here, I'm now, watch what happens if I just snap the ball and just leave it. See how I'm the guard's responsibility? I'm that backside left guard and left tackle's responsibility. This is huge. This is huge because we're doing it like this and the center no longer sees me, I'm able to go from here and loop in like this, and now I'm able to make these huge tackles on the backfield. Now right here I have Anuasor. Obviously, my apologies if I announced or pronounced that wrong. I'm sure I did, so I'm sorry. But you see here how this left tackle's trying to get to me, number 76. He can't, and the center, I'm no longer going to be picked up by the center because I'm hiding. He no longer sees me because I'm on the other side of that D tackle. That's huge. You see how I'm easily able to shoot in and make this tackle right here. Now, a lot of times I will like to click off or just spam A. You can go for the hit stick if you want to, but they could make you miss. You know, just take that for what you will. But nonetheless, I can do this a few times and get it pretty consistently. Right there, actually, that was one of the weirdest animations I've ever seen, where I actually didn't even get picked up by a blocker. But we're gonna be able to do this pretty consistently. As soon I'm using 2 controllers right here to try to snap the ball. But boom. And once again, we're actually getting picked up. So this is why it's important to note that you need to get good at this and you need to get fast at it. Right here, I'm just trying to speed through it, and I'm not really doing it correctly. So right here, we're going to be able to get it right here where we're going to hide. And as soon as the snap, we're going to loop in just like that. And you have to beat that backside guard and left tackle so they don't actually get to you. Because if they get to you, you're going to get blocked. But once again, right here, if I just take my time and do this correctly, boom, right here, and you see it's very, very consistent. Once again, I have a little bit more troubles because I'm trying to use 2 controllers, so obviously that is more difficult. But you don't have to only be in cover 4 quarters. Cover 4 quarters is the best for this due to the fact that you will have your safeties in run fits coming down. But I can come out in cover 2 or come out in safety blitz and audible to cover 2, which is a very good pass defense, right? And do the same thing where I'm going to be able to shoot it just like that. And right there, we got a little oddly picked up, but we're going to be able to shoot it just like that nonetheless. Now, cover 4 quarters is also great against stretch. And unfortunately, in the Patriots playbook, they don't have stretch. But I'll be able to jump to another formation here in a moment and show you what we like to do against stretch. Right there, you see, once again, I'm a little bit slow. I'm a little on the slower end. So I want to show you me shooting this dive one more time real quick, just so you guys get the full feel of what I'm talking about with this. And you can use this out of different formation. I've done the same concept out of nickel normal, shooting this run in a tournament before, and I got a hit stick fumble, okay? So this is a very, very, very real thing that you can do out of a lot of formations. Once again, so I'm hiding just a little bit too slow. I want to jump into instant replay to show you exactly why I'm getting picked up, because this is where the issue is with this defense if you don't do it correctly. See, I'm hiding a little bit too close right here, and I'm too slow coming off. See how I'm reacting just a little bit late and he's able to get to me. So with that being said, we can hide a little bit farther back, so something like right here, and now we're going to be able to get a nicer loop in, okay? And Ballman, of course, is online, don't worry about that. But right here, boom, we're going, and now we're able to get that shoot, and we're able to go down and be able to make that tackle if I wasn't using 2 controllers, obviously. So that's just kind of a thing to recognize. Now, if Tom Brady was left-handed, you would want to flip the defense and do it the other way. So just note that, keep that in the back of your mind, that is something that you're going to want to do with this defense. Now, a good way to stop stretch is with the same exact setup, but now we don't have stretch out of, we have stretch out of, let's see, halfback stretch out of ace close, okay? So a really good way is the same idea, and you're going to use this guy. You want the middle linebacker to be fast. We want him to be able to be zoomy, be quick, be able to go from side to side very, very fast, because he's going to be basically our contain guy, helping loop everything back in. And you can see with the stretch going to the right there, you see that our linebacker in the flat is able to come free and be able to make the play. And we're also going to be looping behind with that middle linebacker. Now, this is a defense I've talked about many times at Civ University, which is another thing that I do over on my Twitch. So if you guys have not already, went over to the Twitch in the link in the description below and dropped a follow. Once again, we'll be live tonight with Weekend League, running this defense a lot. It's one of the best things, because right here you see even my AI is coming free, and then I'm also coming free over top. And this is great. And if you're able to get a shed right here, a lot of times this blocking you see right here, we're able to get a shed as well. So we really have just about 2 people for sure coming free, and 3 if he's able to shed. And we have this guy as a safety valve back here, along with, you know, it's going to be very, very hard for them to be able to cut this back very well, along with, you know, him coming back here. If they try to cut back, he'll be able to make that tackle. And this is a really, really, really good universal defense, especially if you're not totally sure how to stop what they're running. And what's great about it, I've already touched on this a little bit, is that this is fairly good pass defense now. Okay, if they start beating you with certain things, you can start making minor adjustments and it won't hurt the run defense as much. But because it is man defense, this is going to do a phenomenal, or because this is a zone defense rather, my apologies, this is going to do a phenomenal job against basically every under center passing set compared to what a man defense would do. A lot of you guys are running Storm Brave and Edge Blitz and some of the other things. This is going to do it way, way better. Now, this is not this entire defense in its entirety. I like to go over a few adjustments I do make over on the ebook, over on aceman.com on the Game Green ebook. That link is in the description below as well. But this is the general gist of it. And right here you see I'm in the same spot. I see stretch right. So boom. And he broke one tackle. We're able to come through with my user. Once again, if you're in MUT and you have an enforcer right here, this enforcer is going to make fumbles. Just like you guys watch, if you go back and watch that original clip that was in a weekend league game this past weekend, I played it live, where you saw me shoot the gap. I didn't even have an enforcer. I just had Patrick Willis, who has 99 hit power and a big hitter trait, and he's able to just lay the pipe on these dudes, okay? So this is absolutely a huge thing that I think more people need to implement, or just implement it out of different schemes and different ideas. Right there you see our guy coming free most of the time did get caught up, so we were able ourselves to be able to get out there, and that's why you want that middle linebacker to be fast. I recommend a Patrick Willis. I recommend a Ryan Shazier. Anybody with 95 and above speed in MUT is what you're going to want right there, because you are going to have a little bit of... he has a lot of responsibility in the stretch, where stretches won't get blown up as much, but rather stretches are going to get stopped in the backfield, or stopped for a gain of 1 or 2 or 3 more often than not. And so let's see this against something like I-form tight. I'm going to show you exactly why I don't like it so much against I-form tight. And let me throw stretch in this audibles too. So we have halfback lead right here. Boom. If we run the same defense, it's just not going to work as well against I-form tight. And really anything with 2 running backs and 2 tight ends is not going to do a great job against dive. Now stretch it does a very, very, very good job against still, but dive it just won't. And right there, the reason I say it won't is because it's more inconsistent. Right there you see we're able to shoot that gap still and actually able to make that tackle. That's good, but it's not very consistent for us, so we don't want to run a defense that's not very consistent. So right there you see again, we're not able to totally shoot that gap. We muddied it up a decent amount, but unable to really get a full, clean gap shoot, which is frustrating, which is something that we don't want to have to deal with. Now you're going to see here with stretch that the stretch is actually going to work pretty, or the defense is actually going to do a pretty good job against that stretch. You see right here, he gets just totally muddied up. We had one person come free. Our user came free as well. So you're going to see against stretch, it's going to do a very, very good job still. And I do like this against I-form close or I-form close slot, anything like that. It's also super good against RPOs. But against dives out of these, you know, strong tight, strong H wing, I-form tight, I-form wing, you guys get the gist. I'm not a huge fan of it against these dives. And right here you see once again why, where he's going to, if that's a user and that's Eric Dickerson or Bo Jackson or Walter Payton or Barry Sanders, you know what I'm saying? He's going to get a free reign for basically a touchdown a good majority of the time on these dives. So stay away from using this over-ed defense against these heavier I-form sets. But against the single back wing tight U, wing tight Z, wing flex close, ace close, anything like that, this over-ed is literally the best defense in the game, in my opinion. You will see me run this at a very, very high level in Weekend League. I've also ran this in my club championship games. It is literally damn near the best you're going to find, especially with this amount of great coverage behind it. If you get a lurker on your middle linebacker too, that's going to make it absolutely insane. All right, guys, but with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the freaking like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, make sure you guys drop me a hashtag CivWave in the comment section. That's hashtag CIVWAVE. And make sure you guys check out my Twitch. We are going live tonight, 10:30 Eastern time with some Weekend League. I'll see you guys all next time. If you want to take your Madden game to the next level, make sure you check out my offensive and defensive ebooks over on acemadden.com. Links will be in the description below.